This conference will now be recorded.
Okay guys, let's get started. So first of all, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Kashif. I am from India, Mumbai, right? I have somewhere around 13 years of practical IT experience. So basically I started my career from service desk profile. I started working as a level 1 service desk engineer. Then I was moved into SCCM level 1, level 2, level 3 team. Now I am working as SCCM Intune architect. Okay. So, wherein my primary roles and responsibility is to implement SCCM and Intune in companies. I have implemented these technologies in various companies so far. And apart from my day to day implementation task, I am involved in training wherein I have trained more than 30,000 students globally. Okay, so I am basically taking offline training, classroom training, online training, and I am a BSc IT graduate from Mumbai University, and I have expertise on other technologies as well, like um, Azure, PowerShell, application packaging, Active Directory. But my primary uh, core expertise is SCCM and Intune. So that's about me, guys. Now, in this session, I'm going to give you an overview what all topics will be covered, okay, and how the training is going to get conducted, and how we are going to perform the theory plus practical and everything. Okay. So first of all, we would like to talk about the timing. Okay. So daily basis, Monday to Friday, we will start at 7 a.m. India time, IST, 7 to 8 a.m. IST. Okay. If you are in US Eastern time, then it is going to be 9:30 for you, 9:30 to 10:30 p.m. Okay. So 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. on daily basis, Monday to Friday. Okay, we are going to do this training. And tomorrow will be the first day. Today it is going to be the demo session. So we are just going to see what all things will be covered and everything. But the actual session will start from tomorrow. So tomorrow will be the day one. Okay, day one will be tomorrow. So that is the timing. Now, how long it is going to take to finish all the topic? So the duration of this training is going to be 1 month. So hopefully we will be able to finish it off in the last week of September, right? So we will be able to do the training in 1 month. Now, how we are going to do practical? Okay, sorry, spelling is incorrect. So I believe in theory plus practical knowledge, because in IT world, if you don't do practical, then you will not be able to understand the technology properly. So I give assignment. Each one of you will have to set up your own lab. I will guide you step by step how to create your lab. So you will have to set up your lab. Okay. There are two types of lab. Either you do it on the laptop itself, so on laptop or desktop, or you can do it on cloud. Okay, like on Azure Cloud Data Center or AWS or Google Cloud, you can do it on that one. So generally I prefer Azure Cloud Data Center. Okay, so we will do the practical either on the laptop itself, or we are going to do on the cloud. Okay, now the if you are going to perform the practical lab on your laptop itself, then you will have to have minimum. Okay, so minimum you need to have how 8 GB RAM. That's the laptop configuration, guys. 8 GB RAM. Then quad core processor, 4 core processor, basically 4 core processor. And you need to have minimum 300 GB, not 300, 200 GB free space in your hard disk. Okay, so if you have this kind of configuration, then you can do the practical lab uh, for Intune. Okay, for SCCM you need to have minimum 12 GB RAM. Okay, but for Intune you can go with 8 GB RAM. Now, in case if you don't have this configuration, then you can go on Azure Cloud Data Center. So wherein you get 30 days free trial, right? 30 days free trial, and in that 30 days you can create your practical lab there. You just have to have a laptop. Irrespective of the configuration, you can remotely connect to the machines and perform all the practical activity there. Okay, so that is going to be the lab. Okay, so now in this one I would like to tell you whether we would start Intune or SCCM, because I see some people are looking for SCCM training, some people are looking for Intune training, right? These are two different courses, Intune and SCCM. These are not same, these are two different courses. Now I have also shared the course content with you guys. If you have not received it, I can share that again with you guys. Now Intune and SCCM course content I'm gonna share with you in few minutes. But before I do that, I would like to give you some overview about SCCM and Intune. Okay, so SCCM is basically, let's talk about SCCM first. So SCCM is basically very old technology.
Excuse,
Yes,
excuse me, sir. Sir, I
yes.
am not able to see your screen. Can you please share it? Is other guys
Nobody
are
can
looking or what?
nobody can see my screen, or
Yeah, we
I'm
can
able to
see.
see. We are
okay.
able to
So
see.
those who cannot see the
We are
Okay,
screen,
able
okay.
to
I
see.
think, yeah, those who cannot see
Yeah,
the screen, I think you have some internet slowness issue. You can
okay, okay,
rejoin the meeting either from the laptop, or you can do it from the mobile device itself. Okay,
okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
or
Thank you.
change the internet connectivity. Now SCCM
Okay,
is a very old technology. Okay, it is there in the market for the past almost like 30 years now. Okay, because it started in the year 1994. Okay, and the previous name of this product was SMS, sorry, SMS System Management Server, then SCCM System Center Configuration Manager, and now the new name is MECM, Microsoft Endpoint Configuration Manager. Okay, now SCCM is a very robust tool, very vast, and it is being utilized in almost all big size and medium sized companies. Okay, wherever you go, almost you will find everywhere. Okay, Now mostly SCCM is now focusing on on-premises devices. On-premises devices. Okay, wait a minute. Looks like it is frozen. So SCCM is basically focusing on on-premises devices. SCCM is basically to manage devices. Suppose you have thousands and thousands of devices, right? Let's say you have like 50,000 devices in your company. The SCCM is going to manage these 50,000 devices. It will send policies, it will send application updates, operating system. You will have complete control on the devices through SCCM. Okay, so it is a device management solution. Okay, so it is mostly focusing on desktops after COVID, basically desktop plus servers. Okay, desktop plus servers. Now SCCM has, let me just delete these. Okay, now SCCM was doing very good in the market um, until the COVID started. Okay, like till 2019 and 20, SCCM was very good in the market. But slowly, SCCM is now um, SCCM is now focusing on server side and desktop side. And for mobile devices, those devices which are outside of premises, those devices which are on internet, like laptops, people work from home, people take the laptop outside from office, or those who are using their mobile devices to manage to access some of the company resources. So people are moving towards Intune. So Intune is also doing good in the market. I'm not saying SCCM is very down now, but the loads are being distributed between SCCM and Intune, because SCCM is mostly focusing on on-premises devices, and Intune is focusing on internet devices. Now, when Intune started in the year 2014, basically. Actually, it started in 2010, but it was not doing good. So the actual start date, you can say, in 2014. So 2014, almost like 9 years. Okay, so it is very, I mean, in if you compare with SCCM, so it is very new product, right? Wherein SCCM is there in the market for the past 3 decades. Okay, so 2014 basically, or the actual start date, you can say 2010. Okay, now, so Intune is also being implemented. Almost, most of the companies you will have Intune. So I cannot say all big size and medium size companies, but almost everywhere it is now being implemented. So SCCM is already there, and now Intune is taking over. Why? Because Intune is focusing more on internet devices. Okay, so it is also present in big and medium size devices, and it is focusing on mobile devices, basically, like your laptops, right, plus your iOS devices, plus Android devices, right, plus your Linux, plus Chromebook, Okay, so Intune is basically focusing on these devices. It is managing these devices, no matter the device is uh, located anywhere, whether the device is in premises or outside the premises. Suppose you have like 50,000 devices, right? And these are outside the premises, or some of the devices are coming inside the premises as well. So you can manage these devices through Intune. You can deploy policies, you can deploy applications, you can deploy configurations, you can deploy Windows autopilot configuration, you can deploy Windows update setting. So whatever you would like to do, you can uh, almost everything you can do it. So on your laptops, whether it is Windows 10 or Windows 11 laptops, iOS devices, Android devices, Linux, Chrome OS. Okay, why do we have to manage devices? Because most of the people are using company resources. Suppose this is my Android device, right? And I am using company resources like my Outlook, company email I'm using, or some corporate data I'm using. So in order to access um, these data, the company data, securely, what we have to do, we need to enroll this device to Intune, right? So as soon as we enroll the device to Intune, what will happen? We will have complete control on this device. We can send policies, right? We can send applications, we can deploy configuration, we can block unblock some of the settings. Suppose I want to block copy and paste, I want to block Bluetooth, I want to block camera, right? So we will have complete control on the devices, and we can block unblock the settings of the devices. Okay, now SCCM has three sites. Okay, central administration site, second primary site, and third secondary site. Okay, we will discuss these things later on when we go in the training. So central, primary, and secondary. Now we install a SCCM like on premises server, right? But Intune, it's all managed by Microsoft. Okay, so I'll take you to the Intune portal now. So this is my Intune portal, and the link address is endpoint.microsoft.com. You just have to create your subscription, and when you create your subscription, then you can start managing your devices, you can start enrolling your devices. You see, I have these devices. I got these devices. Some of them are enrolled to Intune, some of them are being managed by SCCM, right? So this is your Intune portal. Now Intune has some integration. Okay, so Intune, let me, what is Intune? If you type in what is Intune in Google, then you can go to this Microsoft website. Now Intune has integration with configuration manager like SCCM, Windows Autopilot, Microsoft Defender, right? Windows Auto Patch, Endpoint Analytics, Microsoft 365. So it has got integration with these products. These are all Microsoft products, right? Then Intune has the self-service reporting and data, remote and hybrid workers, right? Web-based admin center, VPN and Microsoft Tunnel, zero trust, endpoint security. All we will do these things, not all, but most of the things we will do practically. Then we will get more clear picture. So we can do application deployment, as you see, deployment of apps, updates, protection removal, identities, management, security, custom roles, policies, assignment, device compliance, conditional access, device configuration, BYOD, and organization own devices. So you can manage, bring your own devices means the personal devices plus corporate devices through Intune. Okay, so Intune is basically being managed by Microsoft itself. So on Microsoft, you just create your subscription. Once you create your subscription, then you are ready to go. You don't have to build any server. You don't have to install database or domain controller or anything, because it is already integrated. Everything is already integrated here. It's all being managed by Intune. If you go to this tenant administration, you will see the location of your tenant. Tenant is nothing but a domain, like your area. That's your property. Tenant is like your property. So my property name is my makemeitexpert.com. My location of Intune is India 01, and the authority is Microsoft Intune, and service release 2308. This is the latest version of Intune. So Microsoft is releasing and updating in the backend. We don't have to do anything. It will be all done by Microsoft. It's the latest one. 23 means 2023, 08 means August. Total enrolled devices, how much license, total license users, and total Intune license. So that is gonna give you the information about Intune. Okay, so this is how we create Intune subscription, and then we can manage devices. Now I see that some people are for Intune and some people are for um, SCCM, right? So just to let you know that Intune has Intune has more opportunities now in these days, if you compare with SCCM, because people are moving towards Intune for mobile device management, right? For server, they are still using SCCM, okay? Because Microsoft would like to sell both the products. Microsoft is selling server. Microsoft is selling SCCM license to manage servers, and Intune license to manage mobile devices. It's my internet connectivity. Are you guys facing some challenges?
No, I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what if they ask, because you say they want us to know just like in tune. What if they ask for SCCM, like in, because sometimes I feel like they just make it like together. What if they ask like,
Mm.
hey, we want you to know to do things with SCCM2, even though they hire you just for Intune? What's gonna happen?
Mm. Okay, so if you have such scenario, and if the company is using both the products, SCCM plus Intune together, then they will definitely need both the expertise. So you will, they will not hire you if you don't have SCCM expertise. If you just have Intune expertise, then they will not hire you. Okay. But I'm talking about the companies which have Intune only to manage their devices, then they will not ask SCCM related question, because that will be irrelevant to them, because they are not using that product. But if you have both the expertise, then chances are very high that you will get selected, because SCCM is like the, SCCM and Intune works almost similar in, if you talk about the concept of deployment of application or management of devices, almost similar kind of functionality both are giving. So if you know SCCM, then it will be better for you to understand Intune, because both are having the same kind of concept. So if you know SCCM and Intune together, then chances are very high that you will get selected, where both the expertise are required. But if only Intune is there, then I don't think people are going to ask you SCCM related question, because that will be irrelevant to them. Okay, I hope I answered your question.
All right.
Now, I would like to take question, but before I take question, I would like to know from you guys your preference, whether you guys are looking for Intune or SCCM. So you can type in your chat box in the GoToMeeting itself, either SCCM or Intune. Then I can give you information accordingly. So I see Intune, both. Okay, SCCM and Intune. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so I am getting the response from you guys in the chat box. Okay. Okay, based on your response, guys, I see most of you guys are looking for Intune training. Some of you guys are looking for SCCM and Intune together. Okay. And very few people like Pankaj is looking for SCCM specifically. Okay, fine. So what I see here is people are looking for Intune. Majority of you guys are looking for Intune session. So what is my plan is I will start, because I teach both the technologies. Okay, I teach SCCM and Intune, both of them, and I have practical knowledge on these technologies. I am not just a trainer wherein um, you know, if you don't have practical knowledge, then you will not be able to understand how the things are working in companies. So I will, in my training session, I will be giving you assignments based on the real time scenario. Okay, how the things are being implemented in companies. Okay, so that you will get more clear picture, more understanding, and as soon as you start working on these technologies in the live production environment, you will not face challenges. Okay, so I'm gonna start Intune from tomorrow 7 a.m. IST, India time, the same time what we started today, right? We started at 7 a.m. today itself. So Intune we will start at 7 a.m. Now those who are looking for both the technologies like SCCM and Intune, okay, suppose if you are going, would like to do SCCM and Intune together, then my recommendation that you take SCCM first. Don't go with Intune first. Okay, because when you have SCCM knowledge, Intune will be very easy for you. Okay, so the sequence will be SCCM and then Intune. That will be the sequence. So that I am going to start at 9 a.m. India time. Okay, not tomorrow, um, day after tomorrow, hopefully. Okay, so that is going to be the session for SCCM. Okay, and Intune session will be at 7 a.m. India time from tomorrow itself, the same time.
So, can you change the Intune session time, because this is the early morning in India, and I think this is the office preparation time. So some people may be on the way for the office.
I know, but
Time.
actually I am available at this time at 7 a.m. So that the timing is currently for Intune is 7 a.m. basically. Okay. If you are looking for any other time, then probably you will have to wait. Um, Probably after like a month, I will start another batch, and then you can join that one. Currently, this time is available only 7 a.m. for Intune. Okay.
Okay. And what will be the fee cost?
Fees, if you are interested to continue from tomorrow, then you will have to message me on WhatsApp. This is my WhatsApp number. 91 is the country code. 9892354331. That's my WhatsApp number, or you can also call me on that number. If you are interested to continue from tomorrow, I will give you the enrollment process and the fee details. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna
One
take you
question.
to the course content. Basically, wait a minute. Course content. So Intune, Intune course content. Okay, so Intune course content. So here we have so we will start with the theory, and then we will go to the practical session. So we will discuss about MDM, then information on Intune versus SCCM, then Intune lab, then Azure introduction, then Azure Active Directory, Azure hybrid AD join, then Azure registration, multi-factor authentication. So all these things we will do step by step. Okay, so I'm not going to read all of them to you. In case if you want, if you need this course content, you message me. I will send that, send you this course content. So this is going to be your course content for Intune. Now, those who are looking for SCCM session, so SCCM is gonna get started a different time. Okay, 9 a.m. India time. Okay, that will be SCCM after um, 2 hours of Intune. Intune is starting at 7 a.m. and this is gonna get started at 9 a.m. Okay, SCCM. So SCCM course content is the different one. Let me take open that one. So SCCM course content has 16 modules. Okay, so we will have theory plus practical knowledge in this one as well, wherein we will build the server like domain controller, database, and SCCM primary site server, and then we will start managing our devices. So it will have all these things we will do practically. Okay, and both these courses will take 1 month to finish all the topics. Separate, these are separate courses. So daily 1 hour session, Monday to Friday, we will do to finish all the topics. So those who are interested for Intune, you need to contact me on this WhatsApp number or call me that you would like to go with either Intune or SCCM. That all depends on you. I have given you the ample amount of knowledge. One more thing, the certification. So currently there is no certification for SCCM, but for Intune you have MD102. Okay, for SCCM we don't have any certification. Microsoft has retired the certification. Previously we used to have for SCCM we used to have 243 and 703. Okay, so 20-243 and 70-703, both of them are expired. We don't have these exams now. But for Intune, we have this exam MD 102, okay, which is recently released by Microsoft, and it is still in beta version. So if you come to this exam MD 102 Endpoint Administrator beta certification, basically this is going to be focusing on Intune plus little bit about Azure Active Directory and some little bit about Microsoft 365, Microsoft Windows Autopilot, Microsoft Defender. So it has primarily it is focusing on Intune and little bit on other technologies. Okay, so this exam is in beta version. Beta means uh, Microsoft might change some of the pattern in this exam. So I would not suggest you to take this exam now. You will have to wait till September. So after September, this will be in live production. You can take this exam right now as well, but this is still in beta version. So Microsoft might change something. So let's wait for this exam to go completely live, then you can take this exam. Okay, so that's the certification information. So if you are interested to continue from tomorrow, you need to contact me on this number or message me on WhatsApp. Okay, that's my number 9892354331, and I will let you know about the enrollment process, and you can continue from tomorrow onwards. Now any question from anyone, I can take those questions.
So, Kashif, I just want one thing. So, after this session, I mean, are you going to provide any interview question?
Yeah, interview question, I will, the sample common interview question, I will give it to you.
Okay.
Okay, any other
Hi.
question from anyone?
Yes, Kasif.
Mm.
Hemant this side. So I want to know if OSD part is also included in Intune because it is in SCCM as well. Operating system
O-
deployment.
Operating system deployment is a part of SCC. It is not the
Okay.
part of Intune. Intune has got Windows Autopilot, so we will do a Windows Autopilot.
Okay. So if we are doing imaging in my organization, then we have to stick with SCCM only, right?
Yes, imaging is not possible in Intune. Imaging is possible only in SCCM. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
But most of the companies are doing Windows Autopilot through Intune. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
generally people are doing these days, they are not going to do the imaging. In case if you have to do, then you have to go with the SCCM, because the Intune does not have that functionality. But people are now doing Windows Autopilot to
Mm-hmm.
configure an existing device, to reset the device to the bare metal operating system, I mean
Mm-hmm.
the vanilla operating system, and then configure on top of it. They will configure the company standard policies and application and all. So that is done through Windows Autopilot. We will cover that one in Intune session.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Kasif.
Yeah, hello Kashif. What about co-management and CMG in SCCM? Will you be covering these topics in SCCM?
Practically for Intune, I will be showing you this one, um, theoretically, because otherwise I will have to set up the complete, I mean I will show it to you on my system. Right now, as you see, my device is being co-managed. Let me show you here. Where is my device? So I'm managing this device co-manage. You see, co-managed devices. um, One of the devices co-managed this device. So I will be showing it to you on my system, because if you are doing Intune session, Then in order to do co-manage, you will have to build the entire SCCM altogether. Okay, so in order to
Okay.
build entire SCCM, again it will be like a 1 week process, wherein we will have to set up the whole architecture. So in Intune I will show you theoretically, like on my system I will show that to you, but in SCCM I can show you practically, because we will have SCCM already. Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
Hi,
any other
Kasif.
question? Yes.
Yeah, actually, I have a SCCM lab already, so I just want to know how to work the co-management and how to build the co-management, like how to import the certificates from Intune in SCCM. Like this thing I just want to know also.
You just need that one, or you need complete training?
No, complete training with co-management with the Intune also, because I have
No, that I
already
can guide.
complete.
If you have in SCCM lab already, then it will be easier, right? So then I can guide you quickly, and you can manage the device
Oh,
through co-management. That's not a problem.
oh, okay.
So either
So
I
will you?
show it to you, either I show it to you on my system, or if anyone has SCCM lab already, then I can show it on that one.
Okay, okay, okay. Then perfect.
Anyone else has any question?
Yes, I have just one more doubt. The troubleshooting is same for SCCM and Intune, or is it different?
No, all different. SCCM has different way of troubleshooting. Intune has different way of troubleshooting. SCCM log files are different. Intune log files are different.
Yes, yes. So
Registries are different, right?
yes.
I will
So
show
will you
you.
provide us
I will show you
troubleshooting part
how.
as well?
Yes, yes. In both the training, either you do SCCM or Intune, we have to do troubleshooting. Without
Oh,
troubleshooting, it will be very difficult for you.
yes, yes. Thank you.
No worries.
Yeah,
Uh,
go ahead.
In SCCM,
Uh,
will you
I
be
have a
covering
real scenario.
huh?
SCCM? Will you be covering all the activities like application deployment, patch management, OSD?
Yes, yes.
I mean, in the
I show.
practical.
Yes, we will do practice. Everything will be practical. Okay.
Okay.
In
Yeah, yeah,
SCCM, if you go to this course content, so you said application deployment, right? You see,
yeah.
we have this application deployment, right? Then updates, right? Updates. Then operating system. Everything will be practical. I believe in more practical knowledge, theory plus practical. The theory will be, we will be doing theory little bit and more practical. So like it will be like 70% practical and 30% theory. Okay, we will talk about the things like the topic, and then we will move toward the practical session.
Okay. Since Kashyap, since this session is having only 1 hour for a day, so we'll be working on the implementation part, like I mean, lab setup, everything. So what if we have any doubts or any issues while creating the lab setup, or integrating any issues while facing the deployments or some kind of things?
Yeah, you can ask in the session itself, right?
Okay. Okay.
Or in case if you are facing challenges, we will have a WhatsApp group. There you can post your question, and I can reply you on that one.
Okay, one more last question, Kashif. See, if you have any, so I'm already working. So if you have any issues with my current company, I mean, I'm working as an SCCM admin only. So if I have issues any on my current projects, so can I ask you those questions also? So will you be able to answer for that?
Mm. Yes, if I know, I will definitely answer.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Any other question from anyone?
Do we also get the
Yeah,
recordings of the
Kashif,
session if we miss,
Yes, you will get
so
the
we can?
recording
can you hear
on
me?
daily
In my
basis.
current company, we are using.
Mm.
Hello.
Yes. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
If I can hear you, go ahead.
Hello.
You guys, you guys can hear me? Anyone?
Yes,
Yes, we
Kashyap,
can hear.
we can hear
Your
you.
voice is breaking up.
Sure, it does.
Is my voice breaking up?
No.
Okay, so you have some issues. I don't know who was asking that question. Any other question from anyone else?
Yeah, Sky Kashif. Yeah, Harsha, please continue.
Yeah, what is the main difference between the Intune and the SCCM?
SCCM, you have everything on premises. You build the server yourself, like prior domain controller, then primary site server, secondary site server, and then database. But in Intune, you have everything pre-configured by Microsoft. You don't have to take care of the architecture side. The server side, it will be all taken care of by Microsoft itself. Then this is the architecture difference. The other difference between SCCM and Intune, primarily, basically, SCCM is now focusing on on-premises devices, the devices which are inside the premises, like desktops, then servers. However, you can manage desktop as well from Intune, but after COVID, what happened? People are using laptops, working from home. So how to deploy policies and application and everything to the devices which are not in the premises? So mostly people are going towards Intune. Intune gives the functionality to perform all the tasks on the internet itself. Okay, so over the internet, all the policies are supplied to the devices through Intune.
Uh,
So mostly,
Hello, Kashif.
hmm,
Yeah. You said Intune came to picture because the devices are in internet, right? So what if
mhm.
we enable co-management in SCCM? That will be taken care of, right? So if we split the workloads between SCCM and Intune, so if we enable the co-management from the SCCM
See,
side, so
co-management is not a
internet
permanent
devices,
solution. Wait,
yeah,
what
yeah,
is
please, please.
co-management? First, you understand the co-management. Co-management, Microsoft is giving temporary basis that people who are planning to go on Intune, so they will not directly jump on Intune. They will first go to co-management. They can check how the workloads are being distributed between Intune and SCCM. For example, SCCM is managing the updates and
Okay,
applications, right? But for configuration, let's say Intune, I want Intune to manage the configuration and the policies. Okay, so it's co-management is not a permanent solution. Co-management, Microsoft, you know, they want people to use co-management in case they are reluctant to go on Intune directly. So use co-management, understand how that the things are going, and then finally go on Intune. Okay,
oh.
understood.
Yeah, it's not like
But if
directly
you,
we can go and enroll our
we can
device into
direct
Intune.
we can directly go on, but if some organizations are like big organization, they are reluctant to move the technology from one technology to another technology. They want to do slowly, right? So
Okay,
either they can slowly, enroll their devices to Intune, or first they can go to co-management, and then they can finally move on to Intune.
okay, yes,
Got it?
yes, got it, got it, got it.
Co-management is gonna be removed by Microsoft after probably after a couple of years. You will not see co-management; that will be gone. That's the Microsoft plan.
Okay,
Right
all
now,
right.
they are giving just to
Yeah.
give more confidence to their clients. Okay, how Intune is working.
So as you said, after a couple of years, they're going to remove the co-management. That means they're going to remove SCCM as well.
No, why SSO? Who will manage the server?
Okay.
Intune does not manage servers, right? So who
Yes,
will
yes,
deploy updates to the server? You can't update the
SCCM.
server. Like, there will be like hundreds, thousands of servers in your company. So how we will manage the servers? How we will be making them compliant, up to date? So we need SCCM. SCCM has to be there. It is not like SCCM is dying or going anywhere. Microsoft is very smart. They want to sell both the products. Okay, so
Yeah.
SCCM will be for the server, and Intune will be for mobile
Devices.
devices.
Kasif, I have a question. If you have an Office 365 Premier license, we can register device on Azure, right?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, what's the difference between, in that at that level of administration, what's the difference between registering a device and using Intune and using Office 365?
Now, when you register device, basically where the device is getting registered, it's like getting registered in Azure Active Directory.
Yes,
Correct. So Azure Active Directory is like on-premises Active Directory. Okay, so all
correct.
the devices are getting registered there. Now there are options in Azure Active Directory. Either the device is just registered, or the device is Azure AD joined, or the device is hybrid AD joined, which we will discuss, okay, in the Intune session.
Okay. So
So in
at the level of administration, can we do the same thing using the registration?
no, level of administration is, suppose if the device is enrolled to Intune, then only you can manage the device through Intune. Otherwise, the devices will only be there in Azure Active Directory as registered device. Then you can perform some of the tasks, but not complete management. You can't do complete management, because you it's just registration is done to the device, but
Okay.
it's not enrolled to Intune. In order to manage completely to the device has to be enrolled first to Intune. Then only you can completely manage the device.
Okay. Thank you, Kasif. Right.
Yeah, Kasif. Yesterday I deployed one software. Like I was just doing a pilot project for SCCM, and I deployed one software for 5 PC to installation. But after some time, it's not showing under monitoring, and I'm not able to edit that deploy again because it's showing like blank options. So it
Check the
means I
time.
don't have administration option.
No, in monitoring you can't make any changes, because that's the monitoring section. You have
Yeah,
done the
but
deployment, you have to go to the deployment section and then edit the deployment there. So also you will have limited functionality after deployment. So if in case if it is not working, check the time. Suppose if you have made the deployment after like couple of days, right? I don't know
Mhm.
how you made the deployment. You check the time, and also you check whether it is available or required. Or in case if everything is grayed out to you, then you can just simply delete that one and try again with proper timing and settings. Okay, it
Yeah,
will
actually,
definitely
I
work.
tried the same way. Like I created a new deployment file and then tried to deploy it, but getting same error. So I was thinking just delete the collection of PC and then try to make a new
No,
collection.
why you deleting the collection? Better you delete the deployment and recreate the deployment.
But when I'm
Okay.
trying to delete my deployment, it's showing you don't have permission to delete. It's showing some error or something. I don't
Okay.
know why, but
Then you may have some permission issue. You need to check with your SCCM administrator.
Actually, no one is there. I'm the only person who is handling, and we have almost 4,000 employee
Okay,
in my
that's
company.
okay. So basically, this is not a troubleshooting session. Okay, so we are discussing about the session tomorrow. We are starting. In case if you have issues, you can send me a message on WhatsApp. I will take a look what is the problem you are facing.
Actually, already sent you. If you check your lab
Okay,
WhatsApp.
I will take a look. I will take a look after 12 p.m.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah,
Any other
Kashif.
question?
Yeah, so total how many hours going to cover? And for Intune, is there any separate subscription required, or do we need to have something paid version of it?
Total, how many hours?
Uh,
So daily 1 hour
Hours of
session we
training.
will
Yeah.
daily 1 hour session we will be doing Monday to
Mm,
Friday, and it is
mm,
gonna take 1 month. Hopefully, in the last week of September or early first week of October, we will be able to finish it up. Okay, clear?
Right.
Akash, if I want to take both subscriptions like SCCM and Intune, so it will be like a daily class for me. Like if I want to join, take Intune,
No,
7 a.m. I
I
need to
will
join
not.
Intune.
No, I will not suggest you to go with SCCM and Intune together because it will be too heavy for you guys, especially SCCM. SCCM is very vast, so I don't want you guys to do like that. Go with step by step. So go with SCCM first for a month, and then after SCCM is done, you can go with Intune another month. Okay,
But you
understood?
will be doing the sessions both, right? Today, I mean, on the same day, 7 a.m. Intune and 9 a.m.
I
SCCM,
will be
right?
doing, but I want if you ask me to join both the session, uh, I will not suggest you to take both the session together.
All right.
Okay.
Kashif, like I said earlier,
Mm. Mm.
what about the subscription? Do we need to have a
Intune
separate?
has a free
So,
subscription.
okay,
Intune
fine,
has a
good.
free subscription for 25 for 30 days. You can create your Intune account, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you can perform all the activities. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and then once that subscription gets expired, let's say 30 days is over, then we can take another
Mm-hmm.
subscription. So what I'm doing, I'm going to show you when we go in the training. Then you see I have taken these many subscriptions. These are all trial subscriptions. So I started from April, May, June, July, August, right? Like 5 months I'm using the same subscription. I mean, not the same subscription, but same configuration with multiple subscription. So I took this one, Intune
Explanatory,
trial one.
exploratory.
No, Indian trial one, that is not showing up. That is gone. I think they have removed it. So I took this one, Enterprise Mobility, and then later on I took this one of 365 F1, then E3, then these subscriptions I'm taking. As soon as this is getting expired, I'm taking another subscription. Okay.
So with for different subscription, that same credit card will work, or I mean,
Credit card is not
uh,
needed for Intune.
okay, okay,
For Azure, in case if you are planning to create your Azure subscription, then you need to have credit card.
okay. That's a good. I mean,
Any other question from anyone?
Hi, Kashif, Manisha here. Do we have any option to for Intune to off all those notifications in the mobile?
Huh? Into
Like we,
two?
so hello.
Yes.
Yeah, for Intune, always my devices will be connected. So we beyond getting all the notifications every time. So do we have any option to off, uh,
Turn
like to
off
not
the
to get the
notification.
yes.
No, turn off the You can send a notification from Intune, not turn off.
Okay.
So we have that notification option. We can send notification. For example, right now I don't have any mobile device, but in case if I am a mobile device, I can send a notification to the mobile device. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So here that option will come. So right now I am not using mobile device. That's the reason this option is not here. Okay.
Okay.
Anyone else has any question?
How to get Azure subscription to SCM?
Azure subscription, I will guide you step by step how you can take your Azure subscription. Okay. So
Kashif,
in case
one
if you are in, go ahead.
Just one question. So in our organization, assume that we have SCCM at present. So if we are going to enroll into Intune, we need to go the first hybrid, or directly we can go for Azure AD.
You see, technically it is possible. Either you go hybrid or you can directly go on Intune. Okay, if you are if your management is convinced that they can directly go on Intune, they can then you can directly go on Intune. If they have some reluctance that they don't want to go to Intune directly, they want to see the functionality of SCCM and Intune together like hybrid first, then you need to go with co-management, and then you go to the Intune. But it is not mandatory that you have to go to the co-management first and then Intune. Okay, got
Okay.
it?
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Got it.
Microsoft is giving Microsoft co-management is like a stepping stone. Microsoft is giving if people are going would like to go on Intune, but it's a big organization and they have reluctance not to go from one technology to another technology, then use that one. Otherwise, directly go on Intune. It's totally fine.
Okay.
Okay. Okay,
If
guys. So I
every
have to go now.
thanks.
Go ahead. Okay, so I have to go now to a different session. So I am going to start Intune tomorrow, 7 a.m. India time, and hopefully SCCM at 9 a.m. India time. Now, this is my number 9892 right? In case if you are interested to continue from tomorrow, either SCCM or Intune, you can message me on WhatsApp or call me. I will let you know the enrollment process and the fee structure, and then you can continue from tomorrow. Okay, guys, I hope the session was informative, and we'll meet tomorrow. Bye, everyone. Bye now.
thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.